All right, now as the number of coronavirus cases are jumping in the capital, questions are being raised about whether Delhi's infrastructure can cope with the disease and patients with other conditions. Social media is now flush with stories of harried family members of patients running from hospital to hospital in search of a bed. And now in Delhi's Uttam Nagar, a family of a COVID patient who died on the 2nd of June has been running from pillar to post to get themselves tested, even after several family members are showing symptoms of the disease. We have Shankar Agarwal joining us. Shankar Agarwal ji, आपके साथ आपकी क्या परेशानी है? Sorry, आपके फैमिली में कोई किसी की मौत हुई है on the 2nd of June COVID-19 से, उसके बाद आपकी क्या परेशानी है?
मैडम, मेरी परेशानी ये है कि मैंने काफी हेल्पलाइन नंबर्स हैं जितने भी इंडिया के, सारे मैंने सर्च कर लिए और सब पे मैंने कॉल कर ली, बट कहीं से भी मुझे कोई हेल्प नहीं मिल पा रही अभी तक। और मेरे घर में जैसे मेरे 15 सदस्यों का परिवार है मेरा, जिसमें 2 सीनियर सिटीजन है, 4 बच्चे भी हैं छोटे छोटे, उनकी तबीयत थोड़ी सी ढीली भी हो रही है, बट मैम कोई हेल्प नहीं मिल रही, कहीं से कोई टेस्टिंग नहीं हो रही, कोई डॉक्टर की हेल्प नहीं मिल रही, कहीं भी जाता हूँ कुछ नहीं हो पा रहा।
तो होल्ड ऑन मिस्टर शंकर अग्रवाल, हमारे पास मिस्टर अजय कुमार है of the Aam Aadmi Party. Mr. Kumar, can you respond to Mr. Shankar Agarwal? They've had a death in the family due to COVID, and they are now saying that it is impossible for them to get tested anywhere. As you can understand, they are very concerned because they've obviously been in touch with this patient who's died of COVID. There's a shortage of tests is what they are alleging, and this falls in line with reports we're hearing on social media that there's a shortage of beds and that infrastructure in Delhi is not being able to keep up with the crisis at hand.
Look, Sarah, the first thing is in terms of testing, I think Mr. Shankarji's family are in direct contact, so there should not be any issue of testing, and we need to look into that why they are not getting tested. Honestly speaking, I'll have to get back to you on that, and I'll have to maybe after the show if someone from NDTV can get.
We will do that. We'll do that for sure.
Yeah. So we'll know that why this is not happening, because they should get tested based even on our new
I'll
guidelines.
send his number across to you personally myself.
Yeah. So that's so thank you very much. So the other issue is.
Hold on, sorry sir, Mr. Kumar, hold on. Mr. Agarwal, आपको सुनाई दी Mr. अजय कुमार क्या कह रहे हैं? वो कह रहे हैं कि आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए ऑन द ग्राउंड, क्योंकि आपकी फैमिली में कोई मर गया है।
मैं किसी हॉस्पिटल के अंदर गया, मेरे को वहाँ पर ये बोला कि हमारे सिर्फ 50 किट आती है। मैं 11 बजे वहाँ पहुंचा हूँ तो उन्होंने मेरे को मना कर दिया, सर आप सुबह 9 बजे आइए। 9 बजे पहुंचता हूँ तो भी मेरा रिस्पॉन्स नहीं मिलता, वो कहता सुबह 7 बजे आइए। अब सीनियर सिटीजन जो है मेरे, उनकी इस समय पेशेंट की तबीयत खराब हो रही है। अब मैं इस समय अर्ली नाइट के अंदर किस समय कहाँ जाऊँ मैं?
ओके अग्रवाल जी, हम आपको मिस्टर अजय कुमार कह रहे हैं कि वो पर्सनली ही लुक इनटू दिस केस, आपके केस पर। मिस्टर कुमार, go ahead. What were you saying in response to the fact that the public is saying there aren't enough tests going around, and this also fits into what the Delhi government has now said, this new ruling where they've said that if you're asymptomatic, you can't get tested.
No, for the simple reason being, Sarah, we are trying to see. Some of the facts on the ground is that we are doing the maximum test in the country, but we need to test more is a logical demand. But it's also an issue that we would like to do more tests. But the capacity, as much as we build it, people will still think it's not adequate, because if you look at the population of Delhi, 2 crores people say that why don't you do, instead of 6,000 tests, instead of doing what you call such high number, the highest in the country. I think
well, you're the second highest state in the country. Delhi is the second highest.
Correct.
So then you are admitting that there is a shortage of tests for the national capital.
We are not first question is direct contact with COVID patients. People with high risk should be tested first. For the simple reason being that if you having a person who's got comorbidity and who's in direct contact, and he or she is standing on the line, and generally anybody without symptoms are going and testing, then the chances even in the best of the private labs of you getting the ability to test is also limited. So we are saying that right now the people who have been directly in touch with COVID patients or with direct morbidity should be the first in the line, because those are because if somebody is unwell and a lot of well people are getting SARA tested, the person who is unwell will never get tested because he or she will not be able to get onto the line. So our thing is, let's prioritize that immediately people with symptoms, people with direct contact and morbidity in terms of As
So that is
no.
the logic behind the new guidelines limiting who can get tested for COVID-19 that the Delhi government has put forward. But Mr. Agarwal, आपने ये हेल्पलाइन पे फोन किया है क्योंकि मिस्टर बोस कह रहे हैं कि एनीबडी हु इज एसिम्प्टोमेटिक, जो बीमार नहीं है, अगर वो लाइन में खड़े होंगे तो वो बीमार पड़ सकते हैं और दूसरे लोग भी बीमार पड़ सकते हैं अगर आप एसिम्प्टोमेटिक हो. बट आपने ये हेल्पलाइन पे डायल की है?
कोई एम्बुलेंस नहीं आई, पेशेंट को देखने के लिए कुछ नहीं हो रहा.
नहीं, हेल्पलाइन आपने डायल किया है क्योंकि दिल्ली सरकार कह रही है कि
मैंने डायल किया, पुलिस स्टेशन में भी डायल किया है. वहाँ से मुझे जवाब मिला पुलिस स्टेशन से कि सर आपको हम कुछ हेल्प कर रहे हैं, अभी आपके पास प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं.
ओके, ऑलराइट. मिस्टर बोस,
रिस्पांस दोबारा नहीं आता.
मिस्टर अजय कुमार, earlier this evening on the 8 o'clock news I spoke with a Mr. Singh who's lost his father-in-law because they say he could have been saved had he gotten a hospital bed. They say they went to 4 of the leading hospitals in the capital. They are saying he made a very important statement on the show where he said it's not a matter of poor planning. He says that it's not as if the Delhi government hasn't done the planning, but this is not reaching on the ground. He says the system, the infrastructure in place is a mess. This is the man who has lost his father-in-law this week to COVID-19 because they say they could not get access to a hospital bed.
Yes, so Sarah, the fact is that there are around 9,000 odd beds available, government and private, only for COVID, and around 4,800 or plus is occupied. We got 4,000 more beds still unoccupied. Now, the app which was made was to give real-time data on what's the situation in the various hospitals. The app cannot anticipate what the private hospitals are not filling up the data truthfully or not, but that's an issue which we need to handle. We were expecting, and rightfully so, because whenever you build an information dashboard, you're expecting that every partner in that information dashboard who's supposed to give information will give it truthfully.
Absolutely.
In this case, it didn't happen. Whatever be the compulsions, whatever be the reasons, and some of the personal experience of people going around different private hospitals are true. They are having a harrowing time. We are going to address that. We have got already 3 main hospitals declared as COVID hospitals: Gangaram, Mulchand, and Sagar Hospital. We have told all hospitals to keep 20% capacity. We are also working on ways in which we are making sure that the data is real time and there cannot be no mistakes. Because when we made this data, it's not that the app or the data dashboard was wrong, but we found out that the hospitals, the private institutions are not putting in the data the way they should be putting in. Now, that's a question of, it's a question of concern. We are going to address that very quickly.
All right.
So we will have beds.
Lastly, then let me ask you, because I've seen the statement put out by the Health Minister, Mr. Satendra Jain. He says that these are misleading reports in the press, that there's a shortage of beds in Delhi because a few private hospitals are refusing admissions. Is this an admission then that the public of Delhi prefers to go to private hospitals? They keep going to private hospitals because Mr. Jain seems to be saying that there are beds in government hospitals, but clearly everybody is going to a private hospital. Is that what we're admitting?
No,
So there's a lack of confidence in the public in government-run hospitals right now to get themselves treated.
I don't think that is the issue at all. The issue is, the fact is that the majority of the patients are going to government hospitals. The majority of the response in the government hospital from the doctors and the staff there have been fantastic. I mean, wherever it is, they are really, I don't think they care issue. But it's also the people who are slightly better off saying, hey, listen, why should I get into this hassle of a government hospital? Because this is a mindset of everyone. So I think a certain economic criteria and people's status of people would like to, go through a private hospital. But the private hospital, some of these stories we have heard, we are trying to, in terms of overcharging and all, those are things we are taking very seriously.
Okay.
So we are in discussion with them. We have already declared 3 hospitals as COVID hospitals. We have called all of the 117 odd private, small, mid-sized hospitals. We have had the discussion with them. And if it continues, we will expand the declaration of COVID hospitals. So we are very confident in terms of the bed, in the number of beds we already have.
All right.
There are certain information gaps, Sarah, we need to fix. We are already trying to work a solution, and those solutions will be quickly, you'll see very quickly on the ground. But I want to finish off with only one thing. We are the only government, and it's not to beat our own trumpet, but blow our own trumpet, who put this dashboard up front so that nobody in Delhi suffers. And obviously these things are coming back and we are understanding it better and we're going to fix it.
All right.
But the fact that we put it out to recognize that these are issues which people are facing.
All right, Mr. Ajay Kumar, thank you so much, and I will be putting you in touch with Mr. Shankar Agarwal. Hopefully, he and his family can get some respite and some support from the Delhi government at this hour when they are extremely anxious right now. Thanks again, both of you.